Hi, welcome to Morning Moments with Jesus, episode 6. Keep your eye on the teacher.
I enjoy participating in fitness classes at the local YMCA, and the other day I was doing the step aerobics class, and the steps can be really, really difficult. And I found at times I would take my eyes off of the instructor's steps, and all of a sudden my feet became completely fumbled. I almost fell down. I didn't know what to do, and it was a mess. But then I noticed when I looked at her feet, I could much more follow along the different steps. And as I was doing this and noticing this, I felt the Holy Spirit speak to me, and he said, when you take your eyes off the teacher, you don't know what to do. Your steps are completely messed up. And that just really spoke to me, because in our lives, how often do we take our focus off of Jesus and we begin to sink? This reminds me of the story of Jesus and the disciples, when the disciples were on a boat and they were on the Sea of Galilee, and the boat was a distance from land and there was a storm. And the disciples saw someone walking on the water and they were terrified, thinking it was a ghost. Matthew 14:27-30-32 reads,
But Jesus immediately says to them, "Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid."
"Lord, if it's you," Peter replied, "tell me to come to you on the water."
"Come," he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began to sink, cried out,
"Lord, save me."
Immediately Jesus reached out his hand. "You have a little faith," he said. "Why did you doubt?"
And when they climbed into the boat, the wind died down.
When Peter took his eyes off of Jesus, he began to sink. He focused on the wind and the waves instead of on his teacher, and he lost his footing.
How often are we just like Peter, and we lack faith in our teacher's ability to lead us and to guide us and to encourage us and to help us to finish what we've started out to do? Peter couldn't finish. He got sidetracked. He doubted. He began so enthusiastically getting out of that boat. "Lord, help me to walk on the water." And he got out and he was ready to do what he wanted to do in Jesus. But then as soon as he started focusing on the wind and the waves around him, this feeling of fear started to settle in. And how often is that us as well, where we might get this idea to do something for the Lord, something that we know is of him. The Holy Spirit is prompting our hearts and we get so excited about it. We're like, "Lord, send me. I want to do this. Send me." But then the excitement might turn to fear, because these thoughts start to come into our head that kind of bring fear and terror a little bit. These distractions start to come and we become discouraged, and then all of a sudden we don't do what we set out to do at the beginning. Friends, let's study our teacher's every steps. In order to know our teacher's steps, we need to be in his presence. We must watch, we must wait, and we must listen intently. We must listen to his voice of encouragement today. Listen to this voice. Keep going. Don't give up. Keep your eyes and heart on me, the prize. Finish well. You can do it. I know life is hard. I've walked in your shoes. I've experienced suffering, pain, hardship, turmoil, and death. I can sympathize with you and your weaknesses. Press forward. Watch me and not the wind, not the waves, not the storm. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live free and lightly. That's taken from Matthew 11, some of the Message translation. Watch his steps today and walk by faith, not by sight. God bless you.
Go check out Matthew 11. Bye.
Bye.